Jared pulling FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is the weekend photo section. What do I call this? Weekend photo section critique and honorable mention. I wanted to point out some people that did some outstanding things this week, as well as give some tips on some photos that come up. The reason I picked this photo right here, I believe it was again taken with a Nikon D7000 with 18-200 Nikon lens. I love snow cones. I love snow cone. Yay, snow cones. I like rainbow snow cones because they're so tasty. But anyway, excuse me. I didn't pick this image because I thought it was a killer shot. What I thought is that this photographer did a great job. They put up 4 or 5 different images from this weekend that worked very well as a theme. They showed the photos that they were on the beach. They were capturing great images. I just picked this one because it's a snow cone, and I like snow cones. So check out this person's, Chiho12. Check out their photos in the forum section, in the weekend section, so you can see the images I am talking about. Here's a photo. This person stepped outside of the box. Let's see. They are FIGO. They stepped outside of the box. They put up their MacBook Pro, their iPad 2, their iPhone, and their iMac, and they put their family in all of the photos. This is what I'm looking for. Stepping outside the box, trying something different, seeing things a little different, and being creative. This person forced themselves to try something new, and they came up with something, and I thought it was important to mention this and give them some props. So really, just trying things on your own, on a theme. It may not be a theme that you may like, but forcing yourself to do it, this is what we did in school. I mean, we got themes, and like, Jared, you have to shoot a fashion photo. And I'd be like, I want to go shoot the Flyers. I want to go shoot sports. How do I make fashion out of that? And you really don't. So I had to, I had to really bust my ass to try. I mean, I usually did a half-assed job when it came to things I didn't want to do in school, like fashion photography. And I would just try to bitch my way into a good grade sometimes. But, you know, anyway, I did it. I should have done a better job, because that's the point in school, that you should be doing a better job, and I didn't. But, you know, that's what these themes are about. Trying things different, stepping outside of the box, out of your comfort zone, to do something that when you're ready for that real job and it comes along, you're ready for it because you've already done stuff similar. I thought this was a great composition. I loved how, you know, obviously it's a sad scene because we have a cemetery here, but putting the gravestone down here at the bottom really draws you in and through the image. One feedback that I have is I'm personally not a big fan of a black and white image with selective color. To me, I think it's trying too hard to make something out of an image. This image is strong enough to stand on its own, even in black and white, or possibly color, so you get the red of the flowers. I'm sure some of you will disagree, but my personal preference is for, you know, when I see those wedding photos where it's the bride and the groom and all that good stuff, and all that's in color are the flowers, to me, I think that's trying too hard, and it's not very creative. Now, back in the early 1900s, when you had black and white images that were hand colored, that was a skill, that was an art. Nowadays, you sit in Lightroom, you just pull out the color, you pull out the colors you don't want, excuse me, and you're left with the colors that you do want. But I thought this was a great concept, great execution on this photo, and that's why I'm pointing it out. This dog photo was also very well done. Very sharp image. I'm not sure, I mean, the images that people send in aren't the largest files in size, so you can't always tell, but I liked the color. I liked the background. I liked the separation of the animal. So great job. Well, let me go back to the last guy and say, what's it say? Pedro Hyder? I can't really see. I got to get close. And nice job here with Rylan. You know, dog is really good. Dogs are great subjects. The eyes are nice and sharp. The light in the eyes are great. You can see the reflection of the sky. Awesome. Like the color, like the clarity. That's why I pointed it out. And let me just say, there were so many great images. I would have been here for like 100 images pointing them out if I really took all of the images that I thought should be mentioned. I just pulled some from occasion, pulled some when I came past them, and put them into another folder. So Simple J had this photo on the beach. Gosh, the cold. Anyway, this photo on the beach is great. What would make I love this light. This looks like it's in, I guess, what was that show called? What was that show called? Well, with the beach and Pamela Anderson. Baywatch. Wow. Looks like it's in California or something along those lines. I wish that there weren't people walking in the background, especially the girl with the big, the fuchsia butt pants, butt shorts. But really, my focus does go to the subjects, and then it moves across to that. So if there was a possibility of cutting the background and not having them in there, maybe moving your angle to the right so you're shooting more out into the ocean so there's less people in the way, it would be even better. But I love the fact that she's smiling, holding the hand. He's smiling, looking down at the child, holding the hand. It's framed very well. It has a selective crop, and I just thought it was a good image. I would warm it up slightly because they're on the beach. It looks a little cold, and it shouldn't look cold when you are on the beach. But I thought this was a very nice family shot. This is another shot that I came across. It was from the Red Bull Speed Fest or Challenge that somebody took, Terry Willard. And the thing that I got out of this photo is, yeah, it's nice that you get the action, you get the face on the person, but this is a shot. Ooh, and the thing that always hurts me are horizons that run all the way down like this. Horizons, in the background that aren't straight become really, really distracting. And it's really distracting when I have to constantly go, also, I'm sure. So I apologize for that. But yeah, what I would like to see with this image, and I know sports is very difficult to capture, or fast action, is in this case a wider shot showing that the go-kart or whatever this motorbike thing, it's not a motor scooter, but I would love to see why it's off the ground. So that would put it into perspective a little more. And then also not having this tilting done in an image. To me, if an image needs to be tilted, it's not strong enough. If it's not strong enough to stand on its own, it's not going to be stronger because you tilted it. So that's just my personal feeling about photos. But if you look at the background, it just becomes distracting that it's running downhill. So that's that. I thought this was a really cool image. I think it was really close to being picked for the top 5, but I thought that the people didn't stand out enough away from the graffiti of the background, but I liked what was going on here. So if the subjects were standing out maybe a little further away from the background, they were maybe a 51.8 or a 35.18, and you got a little closer and blew the background out slightly, but you still knew it was graffiti, I think it would be a little stronger. It's a strong image, but like I said, if there was more separation and more focus given to the subject rather than the wall, I think it would be really strong. I'd be interested to see if that would happen in black and white. Of course, you're going to lose some of the graffiti color, or we'll call it graffiti art. So in that case, I'd like to see what would have happened, but I wanted to point this photo out because I thought it was almost there, and to give some corrective criticism and feedback on if we could make the subject stand out a little more, the image would pop and go boom. And I believe this is, I didn't give the name again. Let me get closer. Todisa. Great job. This shot is from Wombat 42. Now, Wombat 42, here's the voice again. Wombat 42 did a whole series of the Coke family. You've got vanilla Coke, you've got the mini can Coke, and you've got classic Coke. Excuse me. And there's about 4 or 5 different images that he or she, I don't know if that's a female or a male, went out and captured. They tried something. They took the family theme and made it work with Coca-Cola cans. There's themes where it's closer to them sunbathing. There's a Christmas card done. So check out Wombat 42's photos in the weekend forum section to see what they captured and what they created on their own. There was one where the cans were standing and then the mini can was jumping. So I'm guessing that's like the baby of the family. And there's the straws. So thought went into this. They thought, hey, why don't I make the Coca-Cola family theme into these photos on the beach? They're having fun, they're doing their thing, and then there's a Christmas card or a holiday card, and that's what you're looking for. Stepping outside the box, being creative, making something where there may not be something, and just trying it. So again, great job this week, and I think that's the last one, and we're back to the snow cones, and I love snow cones, or they call it shaved ice over there. It looks like Hawaii. So again, apologize for all the coughing and the hemming, but it is what it is. I think I'm almost through the cold, and hopefully I'll be done soon. So great job. Hope you enjoy these critiques. I will try to do them week in and week out if there's time, and there are images to point out. So I hope this helped you guys out. Great job. Well, I'm not going to say hope to see you next week. I really would love to see you next week. Jared Polin, FroKnows Photo.com. See ya.